Hello, my beautiful tribe. Hello, hello, hello. Ah, ah. I follow. Ooh. Okay, guys. I really wanna just give you a motivation, like a push, and like a awareness. Bring this awareness back to you, this power back to you, by realizing that in our life, when we go through our life, when we experience a lot of different things, when a lot of different things just happen, occur, and you might interpret them as good or bad, and they're not good or bad, they just are, and they just teach you something, right? So when you go through your life and you have your experiences, you can connect dots, all the dots together, why things happened the way they did, only looking backwards, right? Only looking backwards, you can connect the dots. Well, I have the ability to connect the dots even looking forward. So, well, you can also do that. Looking forward, you can connect all the dots and how everything will unfold by, connecting all the dots together. But with manifestations, it's really, really important to keep yourself open, because the way your visions and intentions manifest, it can be very, very maybe not very different. Well, depends on your intention, depends how clear you are with your vision. But like you might manifest things that are part of your vision, and they will be like sudden, unexpected, right? And you'll be like wondering why you're going through something like that, for example. No? And then you realize, oh, this experience actually was needed because I learned something really powerful from this experience, and then this experience is is adding on to this vision that I have. It's bringing some I love the music that's just like in here. I've got the power. Now I'm speaking and I'm like, I've got the power. Hey, I've got the power. I was like, I really want to have a lot of shadows on my face, but I love that. So yeah, better. It's a little bit better. So so yeah, like I really always see it, how everything unfolds in my life, and I'm like, wow. Like I knew it, I wanted it, I manifested it, but I'm like, wow. How everything is just like dots connect. So let me tell you something. You might not know, like, for example, why you needed to learn something, or why you needed to go to that course or speak to this person or whatever. This is all your journey, your life experience, your soul's journey. This is all your soul's journey, and it's guiding you, right? It's guiding you. So if you're aware and conscious of your life, of yourself, and what you want, you can use that to benefit your vision, to benefit your manifestations, right? Without any judgment to what you experienced and why you experienced it. It was there all for you, so you can collect the data, so you can grow, expand, get to know yourself better, and then all the dots connect. So as an example, like I'm going to focus more on like passions, right? Like I really would love people to just create something more, like to just create something that more I meant in my head, it was like more people. I would love more people to be happy, and that can only happen when they really know what makes them happy, like what they can create, what they can share with the humanity, what they can do to add on to this collective creation. And in this process, it's really important to like realize like your needs and wants and your skills, and maybe what you want to explore but you've never explored. If you want to interpret, like you can interpret that as you never explored it in this lifetime, but maybe in past lifetimes. But yeah, it's like you can do whatever you want to interpret your life. That's so random. Sometimes I say things and I'm like, I don't know if people actually understand like what I'm talking about, but like you can interpret your life however you want. You know, guys, what I mean. You can interpret your life however you want. But like the fact is, like, you experience some things, you have some wants and needs, you have some skills, you have some passions, and you can use them that so they can benefit you. So let me tell you like my journey, okay? Like I'm now 25, okay? I'm 25 and I experienced some really powerful journey, and I want to share an aspect of that journey, an unfolding of that journey, so you can realize how all the dots connect and how you need to just trust the process and hold the vision and work towards that vision that you have, okay? So it's not going to just happen like that, like, yeah, it happens like that sometimes, it happens all the time to me like that, but it's just like a process, step-by-step manifestation, right? Manifestation is not difficult. It is just like physical step-by-step like tasks. Like you need to do some physical steps to help it manifest, right? And then trust the universe that it brings all the people and situations and things into your life that are in your highest good and that are aligned with that intention. So let me tell you, since I was little, since I was like as a consciousness that came into the body, since I was like able to interpret the visions, like interpret my needs and wants and all that in a human form, I knew since I was little, maybe like I was 5 already, then later on like older, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I always would imagine myself, like I always saw myself creating performances, always. Movement, I would always like just love movement so much, like movement and sound and music. But I would always imagine myself creating performances, right? That was my vision. It wasn't like as complex as I know now. Like now it's very clear, and those performances expanded, like this vision expanded. I went on a huge journey and I connected all the dots together so I can carry on manifesting those performances, right? So I had this vision, right, since I was little. And then I didn't like straight away go into performing no, performing, yes I did, but into creating performances, right? It's quite obvious. So I had to like kind of experience a lot of aspects of my vision before even I knew that those aspects will be needed in order to manifest my vision. Do you guys understand? So let me tell you what happened. So I always loved dance, and I explored different styles of dance. I did artistic gymnastics, and I always loved to do something with my body and express myself, like do something with my body. And I was exploring the dance styles and everything. Then I also like started like being part of like short films. I did some short films because once in school I was like there was some audition and I was like, oh, let me go. Like I really feel like I always wanted to do acting. I just loved acting. I just loved performing. So I'm just going to go. I'm just going to try. And I was like, let me go. Let me explore the parts of me that I am keeping to myself. And I went. And wow, I was like, damn, I'm just like, that was amazing. I feel like I have this ease with like feeling emotions, like acting. I just can act like that. And I just felt like it's easy to me. Like it's me. And that's how it's going to feel when you find your thing, guys. It's not always like you also might want to get out of your comfort zone and like explore things that are challenging, but it's going to feel like it's like something natural to you. Like you can work on it, expand it, but it's like natural. You love doing it. So then I really they were like, they loved it. So I was like, okay, they took me to this short film. So we did this short film, and I just realized, wow, like I love acting so much. Let me just explore it more. And I did some short films, and also at the same time I started exploring modeling since I was 13. So since I was 13, I loved to do a lot of photo shoots and modeling. It was for me like very, I don't know, like playful, like beautiful, like creating beauty. It's very artistic. Like, um, it's there is an aspect of acting in front of the camera, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes I like very random pictures, like natural, just like Sometimes you can like act more in front of the camera, but it doesn't matter. It is all linked. So then I thought, oh, like I would love to do modeling professionally, because it was like more and more. I would like get involved more and more into photo shoots and some like some couple of fashion shows, but like it wasn't like on a big scale. It was like tiny, but it was like that's how you start. And then I was like, okay, I really feel like when I was like 15, I was like earning some money sometimes from it, but like not all the time. It was still like a little bit, like guys, just not like super professional, like just starting the journey. And I thought, okay, I really want to do that. Like I really felt like a calling when I was like 15 to do that, but I wanted to do that like on a big scale. Like if I do something, I want to do it like properly. So I went to Paris because I have my family there, and I went to some agencies and all that, and they accepted me in one of them, but they told me, you need to come back when you're 16. We would love to like collaborate, but you need to come back when you're 16, because the law in Paris is that in terms of modeling, that you need to like finish 16 in order to have a contract with an agency. And that was a very, very good agency in Paris. So I was like, okay, like this is it. But then I was like, no, I don't know. Should I move into Paris by myself? When I was 15, I wanted to move by myself and to live with my auntie, but I was like, I don't know, living with her can be also like challenging. She's an artist. I don't know, she doesn't have a kid, and I don't know, like I wasn't sure. Like I was like, I don't know. So there were like a few factors that like kind of like directed me into something else. And it's because it wasn't my path. It's because like it could be my path, but it wasn't my path, because deep down there was something different. And then I started like the modeling kept being always on the side, and it is still today, although now I'm like not really paying attention to that, but it always was like on the side. I loved doing it. So I had it in my with my intentions for some time later on, but I just started concentrating on other things, and I started exploring like I used to go to different artistic classes. It's like singing. I was practicing singing for a couple of years, and although now I'm like, my voice dropped a bit, but like with singing, guys, it's like with everything else, right? Like you just need to carry on practicing. It's not going to just like be perfect when you're not practicing. So it's all linked, like it's all depends on how much effort you put in it. So then I also explored like theater groups. I did a theater and acting always on the side. Like exploring acting was like the deep acting for me is so powerful. I really want to like find a way to transmute it to people, because this is for me something natural, and I'm like learning now to transmute all my knowledge about performing arts to people. And it's a little bit of a challenge, but I think it kind of can happen quite naturally if I organize my thoughts and like I align all my energies to like explain why performing arts are so important and so deep for me, and so healing and whatever, and therapeutic, whatever, and beautiful. And there are so many aspects of performing arts that I feel like any human being should know and can use, because any type of art is there for people to use it, and you don't have to be an artist. It is there for you to to realize something about yourself, to heal something about your, like, to heal something. Art is there to transform people, to transcend. Art is everything. It's you know, art is everything, is source. So any type of art, guys, remember, it will always be super, it will always have a super amazing influence on you. So okay, so there we go. We carry on exploring different things, like always the different dancing classes. And then I decided that I want to, when I finished my high school, I decided, I did some sewing course. And pay attention to all those things that I'm saying. I tried all those things in order to what? Manifest the vision that I had since I was little. But I didn't know when I was doing all those things that it's going to connect. Do you get it, guys? So carry on listening. So I finished a sewing course. I thought at one point, maybe I want to do fashion design. And I wanted to do fashion design. Then I kept changing my mind, right? I want to do fashion design. Now, okay, so I finished the sewing course. Okay, I didn't carry on with fashion design because then later on I had other ideas. So then later on I decided, okay, I want to do architecture because I was in a relationship and how can I say it? I was in this relationship 4 years, and this person wanted to stay in the place I lived. So I said, okay, if I'm going to live in this place, I cannot do like acting the way I want. I cannot do performing arts the way I want. So I'm going to choose something stupid, guys. Don't never do it. That's why it ended. That's why I decided to do architecture. So I did architecture for one year. And pay attention, guys. I did a lot of drawing. I explored how good I am in drawing. And I didn't even know. I was like so precise without the ruler. And guys, I'm not saying it to brag. I'm just saying it so you can go and explore yourself. So you can go and explore things that you don't even know that you're good at. You have no idea that you're good at. Just go and explore and allow yourself to explore those things and just like try different creative fields. I just love anything creative. I love anything like doing with my hands and all that. So I did the architecture course, and I was sure, guys, I'm going to, I want to finish it. I'm like, I'm going to do architecture. And then during this year I realized, no, this deep knowing that I want to create performances was so deep, so loud, I couldn't hold it anymore in me. I was like, that's it. I need to change everything in my life. Because during this year of studying architecture, I also was attending acting workshops and singing and like all that. So I was like activating myself in this sense. So then I realized, no, but during the architecture I was painting, I was drawing like really beautiful plans of churches. I realized that, wow, I love drawing so much. And now it makes so much sense, because then I went deep into I had a really deep shamanic journey later on, okay? Really deep shamanic journey in England, and I'm going to share it as well. So, you know, because I refer to sacred geometry and me painting mandalas now. So back then I was, you know, painting in school, like different things and drawing the plans. So then I quit. I was like, that's it, I need to change. I already knew. I applied. I didn't know how it was going to go, but last minute I decided I'm going to apply to England, to university in England to do performing arts. So there we go. I applied, and for last minute I was sending them my performances, like videos. Like I was working on a ship back then, between Denmark and Norway. So I was working on the ship, and I was like on a call, on a break. I was like, like trying to, like organize everything to just move to England. So I came back from, I did everything well. I came back from like this contract being on the ship home, and 2 weeks before going to England, I bought my ticket 2 weeks before going to England, to moving my whole life to England. I didn't know even where I'm going to live. And that is like the thing, guys, about me. Like, I just trust the universe. Like, I just trust, and I go through challenges. Sometimes I go through some really, maybe for some people unstable situations, but for me it's like, this is my energy. Like, I trust, I'm going, I know this is right. I don't have to have a physical proof. Like, I don't know, it's just like, I know this is right, and I know it's going to unfold perfectly for me. So I did that. I was like, okay, one day I sat down, I was like, I'm going to book my place where I'm going to live. I don't know anything about the city, I don't know anything about this place, and I chose a place close to England, close to London, to be able to go there and also explore a lot of art in London and different things, because it's a really beautiful city that has a lot to offer. So I went to Southampton, and also because it allowed me to work and study, because if I would want to apply to theatre academy in London, I would be like morning till evening and weekends, like all the time in doing theatre. So I wouldn't be able to live by myself, to work. So I went to England, I left my boyfriend. It wasn't working anyway, so guys, that's how it is. Sometimes you need to separate, but I love him and we have a good connection. So guys, sometimes you just need to go your paths and follow your intuition, because there is no, like, it just doesn't work. If you're lowering your levels of your dreams for someone just to stay in the city that they live, then that doesn't make sense, right? Like, lowering your standards means you're not reaching high for what you want just because you want to be with someone. So deep down I knew that, like, it's not going to be, like, deep down I knew it's not going to last my whole life. Like, deep down I knew it's something like to experience together, like a lesson. That's also how I feel like relationships are just like that. Like, that's another topic that I think I can make a video about that. It's just like, it's parts of you that you meet and you experience something together, but it's like sometimes it's just time to separate, right? And also I was in a moment of my life that I really had to go within and explore myself fully, allow myself fully to just be by myself in the country, to just like face the reality, face life by myself. And I did it. So yeah, I moved to England. It was quite challenging at the beginning, but I did it. From the beginning I wanted to do something that is not like a matrix job. I wanted to have something on the side that allows me to live, but something like, guys, that is my passion. So I was studying and I went into healing. I really started feeling, because I started healing myself, I started going deep inwards with myself. I started doing like a lot of just a second. Okay, let's carry on. So basically I started deeply like getting to know myself, and I started doing yoga, just meditating. I did like a lot of like on myself, a lot of subconscious like reprogramming, and I did I would hypnotize myself with a guiding voice. I did like, for the first time I was like, wow, I am able to hypnotize myself. Like, I hypnotized myself and I just was like reprogramming my beliefs. And then I for some reason I just went into healing, right? Into energy healing. I started like just going into depths of my spirituality, of my essence. So I did a energy healing course, right? I did an energy healing course which was so activating, like my self-healing. I started healing people, I started having sessions and like doing a lot of healing, long distance healing, in-person healing with people. And then I started also like exploring different types of healing and plant medicine, shamanic healing, anything, guys, everything and everything. I tried during those 4 years being in England, a lot of plant medicine. I also made a video about that. Plant medicine, DMT, with a shaman, was guided in England also. I tried like mushrooms. It all had such a powerful impact on me, on everything that I experienced in the past and how I view and perceive the reality. It had a huge impact on me, all those things that I was doing. Then at some point, I also, I want to say, at some point I also felt like a huge urge to detox my body. Huge urge to detox my body. I was already vegan, but I wasn't eating like now. Like I eat now mainly raw vegan. So raw is like amazing for me. And I had this huge urge to just like, my body was telling me like, I need to cleanse, I need to detox. And I went on a huge journey, 3 years of detoxing. Like detoxing like anything, healing my organs, like plants, herbs, just like a lot of like just medicine, plant medicine for my organs, and just a lot of fruits. I would do juice fast, water fast, everything possible, and I would experience such a huge shift in my consciousness, in my awareness, in my being, that it was like insane. It was like step by step, right? But all those things were like accumulating, so I can just come back to myself, come back to my essence, come back to the fact that I am the creator, and I was consciously creating, but there's always like, you know, more empowerment that you can tap into. So yeah, and then I also had a part-time job later on, because I wanted like to have a stable part-time job in England. So I was like, okay, the second year of uni, I was like, the healings are amazing, but I want to have like a part-time job because they're like not very stable. And this part-time job, guys, I was like, you know, I didn't really want to like be in the Matrix part-time job, but I found such an amazing part-time job for my uni. And that's also a thing, like you can find the really amazing jobs in Matrix, but like really amazing. So this part-time job, I was like, I want to work here. I was like, I want to work here. And I just literally applied to 2 places, but I was like, I know I'm going to get the job in here. And I got it. I was like, I manifested this job. I was like, I want to work here. And we had like amazing like some exercises that we did, and like the trainings. We did so many trainings. It was like a shop. It was with vegan cosmetics, right? Like vegan products. It was a shop. But guys, this shop and what I learned in here is crazy. It's just crazy. You might think it's just like a shop, you know, that sells vegan products. No, it's not. Like, it's such a powerful community. This shop is like expanding like crazy all over the world, and the people that work there, the frequency that they hold in the shop is amazing. Like, it's like this shop draws in people because the frequency in there is so powerful. I cannot even explain to you what an activation I had, also because of working in the shop. I was practicing my manifestations, my meditation. Like, I would practice with people, like my manifestation, like interacting with people, having that energy exchange, like with my colleagues, like manifestation, everything. I would go into like deep meditation when I was working there. And this shop was super colorful. It activated all my senses. It was like so colorful, like my vision. It activated my vision, my smell, because everything smelled so amazing in there. It was all like handmade, organic. If something wasn't sustainable, they would get rid of the product. If something couldn't be produced in a sustainable way, they would like get rid of the product. All their plastic, like they had a lot of like solid products, right? Solid without packagings, to the point that in Paris there is a shop that it has only solid products, like no packagings, everything solid, facial moisturizers, everything, conditioners, shampoo, everything, perfumes, solid. I'm like, damn. So we had like the plastic that they had was already 12 years all the time in recycle, and they had a very intelligent, smart system, like in everything they did. Like, so to motivate people to bring their plastic back, and you have to give them something, because otherwise they won't remember. Like, so people would bring back the plastic so we can use it once again, it would go to a place that it's recycled, that it's cleansed and everything, and produced once again. So people would get money, or they could collect a few pots and get a product for free, like a fresh face mask. We had, guys, fresh face masks. Oh my gosh, we had handmade fresh face masks, and it was just, this shop was amazing. Like the atmosphere, the community that we were building, like the relationship with people, it was so different. People would walk in, we would like flirt with them. There was like people, it's actually a thing that people were posting, that when you walk into Lush, you just like get like naked, like they just take off your clothes and they just like start massaging you. And that was literally us. When someone would walk into the shop, we would like take their hand, like, hey, like, how are you? Like, let me massage your hands. And like, it was like very organic. Like the interactions with people were very organic. Obviously, like it was also, the goal was selling. So it was like kind of like both. But it was just in a way of like, I want you to know more about those products because they are so amazing, and I want you to shift your habits, to shift your awareness, to be more aware of the planet, of everything that you're using, so you feel better, right? And those products were, guys, amazing. They would heal people's skin. Like we had a body lotion that was so natural that people with eczema would come and like heal their eczema with this body lotion, and like none of the other medical products would work on all of like the ones that the doctors would give them. So guys, I deeply feel like everything comes from within, the healing comes from within. That's also, I share a lot about the water consciousness here on this channel, and like just healing your body within so you don't have any external issues with your skin. But that's another thing. So I was part of this shop 3 years, almost like two and a half, and I learned so much in there, guys, so much. And it was also like very, like it seemed like, oh, just a part-time job in a shop. Guys, grab every opportunity to learn something. The universe is sending you not what you want, but what you need in this present moment. Remember that. The universe sends you always what you need to learn in this present moment, not always what you want. Because what you want is sometimes like there is a gap between what you are and what you want to embody, what you are and what you want to be. So this gap needs to be filled with an experience, with something that changes you and shifts you, so we can reach to the point where you want to be. So so it was so amazing in there. It was so amazing, and like people like so positive. We would like do crazy things together and put face masks on people, paint them, and I don't know. It was so nice. Yeah. So basically, then I was during those 4 years in England. I would explore my witchy side even more and more. Since I was little, I was very witchy, but in England it went deeper. So I was doing rituals. I was then exploring Buddhism and different spiritual practices, to just learn more about myself, about conscious creation, right? So yes, rituals and witchcraft is like, wow, amazing to manifest, guys. The thing is with manifestations is that you can have fun. You can manifest anyhow you want. I like to do rituals because they add a little bit of like nice vibe, atmosphere. Like it's very conscious. You're doing some small ritual to just like embody a new energy or manifest something new, invite something new in a sacred way, in a very conscious way. So I would do that a lot and manifest beautiful things in there. So so I would love those performing arts. They were like, my studies were so amazing. They were so activating, and it was such a journey of understanding my emotions, my mind, how I can create any character I want, how I am any character I want, because what we truly are is just pure consciousness. If you're new to this channel, go and explore my other videos. What we truly are is just pure consciousness in different circumstances, right? So in acting, you have so many different techniques to learn acting, but it's not something you can learn. It's like you are an actor. you are already. It's just like seeing this art as like part of our life. And there are so many different techniques that you can use to be a good actor. And a good actor is the one that believes in whatever he does. Like, you need to believe, you need to be it, you cannot fake it. You cannot fake acting. That's the thing. That's why you learn so much about life, because it's like you need to feel it, you need to be it. Like, people won't believe you if you don't believe yourself. If you don't feel it, people won't feel it. You get it? If you don't feel it, those emotions, people won't believe you. So it has to do with everything in life. If you are someone who is into marketing or like selling or having your business, it has everything to do with how you transmit your energy, how you believe yourself, how you believe that you're capable of doing what you're doing. So that's so powerful. I could go into that in depth. And I'm actually in the process of creating something that will be for anyone, but it would include performing arts techniques, but it's going to be like a connection between performing arts and spirituality, so people can access the depths of their being and understand their emotions. So breath, it's also connected to breath, like I talked about it, right? Emotions, every emotion has a breathing pattern, and all those things you learn in acting. Imagination, how imagination sometimes is more real than the reality, because through your imagination you manifest. So it's also very playful, like super playful. You just need to be so free. Like, we did so many crazy things with our teachers. I will never forget that. Like, when my teacher was like, she's like 50, 16, my teacher was like, I don't know, like she jumped on my classmate, and she started like stripping his, I don't know, something off. We did like crazy things with, I know that sounds really strange and creepy, guys, but like we did a lot of crazy things like connected to performances, and it's so beautiful that we could explore ourselves and like the connection that we have together. And that's like, it's like there is a potential to use it. I see myself using it with people in order to heal the relationships between people, right? A lot of exercises from performing arts. So yeah, it's just like trust, also big thing. Trust is a big thing in performing arts. It's just trusting the people you work with, and like trusting that they are there with you when you're performing, that they are also like, it's just like you're not doing it by yourself, you're with people constantly. So there needs to be a huge trust, and that's also in life. You need to have a huge trust, like, to people like that you work with, right? That you're doing your part, but they also will do their part because you trust that they will do. So that was it. That was a huge, long journey. Give me a second. Or maybe not. Okay. No, it's just like my neighbors walking around. So basically, so performing arts. So what I was saying is like connecting all the dots together, right? So then I would attend. It's a long video, but I want you to know how all the dots connect, and how you need to trust the journey and trust all the experiences that the life gives you. So during the time being in England, I would really get activated through electronic music. I started connecting to electronic music before going to England. Like, I would be like, wow, what is, like, I love electronic music. Like, I could feel all the energy and like the sound, all the layers of the sound, and like, oh wow, I was like, this is amazing, like, this is wow. And I would, I wouldn't, back then I didn't know that it's going to be part of my vision, but it is, because in England I used to go to, a few times I went to some powerful rituals made by a witch. She's a really good manifester in London, and I would go to London to those rituals, and it was very shamanic, but at the same time angelic, because shamanism is all about connecting to, it's everything, but it's like very earthy, grounding. And then angelic is just like higher frequency, upper frequencies, more like, the higher realms. So the shamanism is more connected to earth, and the angelic, magic, angelic magic, that's how we can call it, angel magic. Angelic frequencies are more connected to the higher realms, to the sky. So I would go to these rituals, and then during one of them, the second one, the first one was so powerful, such a huge healing with my heart chakra. I remember I cried also hearing all the drums, and I would really get activated by like the rituals and like the circles and being in the circle. It always was so fascinating to me. So during the second ritual, I had like clear vision. I was like, bam, I'm connecting performing arts with healing. I'm like, it was like the dots connected. I didn't see acting just like acting or like cinema, theater, like typical theater. I mean, what is typical theater? There's a lot of different ones, but like I didn't see it as like just like me being just doing some drama in theater. I saw myself creating performances, right, since I was little. So I saw like this vision was like, okay, performing arts connected to spirituality, to shamanism, to everything, to all those ancient rituals, whatever you want to call it, witchcraft, shamanism, paganism, your own rituals, your own techniques. And I'm like, yes, instruments, sound, movement, yes, like storytelling, music, electronic music came in later on, like very strongly. Like electronic music was like, damn, electronic music in those rituals, yes. And this vision started expanding and expanding and expanding, and I would add all the details to this vision. Like every single day would add more details. What do I need? How do I see like the colors, the lights, what shape? Like I would see it in the shape of circle or like planet. Like imagine like you're going to a planetarium and you have like like circles, and you can project anything you want in there in the screen. And then it opens and it can be like close and open. So I'm like, damn, I started like imagine like I started even like structuring the shape of this place, so it's also related to architecture that I did before, right? So look guys, I started considering all the elements, movement, sound, light, everything that I collected from my experience, like the clothes that I want to have someone that is sewing the clothes for me, and and I also had to understand the sewing so I can understand the person that I'm transmitting my visions to, right? It's so crazy. And I just would add more. And the electronic music, right? The electronic music was like, damn, I want to try it. But let's see how the universe unfolds, because I have this vision and I'm like, maybe I'm just the person who is manifesting this vision, but I was like sure that I need masters in what they're doing. I need people to be masters in what they're doing so I can manifest that vision. And because I cannot do it by myself, and it was already clear that I need people to do all those things with me so I can just connect all those things together. So I'm going to go to the end of the England journey, which was really powerful. Go deep journey to the God within. I went through a huge spiritual awakening in there. I'm writing a book about that now. It's a process. I don't want to rush it. I don't know when I'm going to finish. It's really powerful. Like I just collected all the things that I want to share, and I want to put it in the book. So then I had a powerful activation with water consciousness, because I've been working with water consciousness for 2 years. And I also I always speak about the medicine of each element, right? Each element has a medicine, and I would use each element to work with this element to activate myself, right? So during being It's so cute, guys. Can you hear the car? Oh, that's so cute. It's old school. Ice creams. So yeah, basically, I during being in England also I was working with all the elements, activating myself. So fire, movement, air, communication, liberating your communication, your expression, water, emotions, earth, like stability, roots, structure, you know, like also feeling held, like protected and stable, right? By Mother Earth. So all those elements have medicine. So so when I started going through all of them, I was like, I'm okay with this one, I'm okay with this, I'm okay with this one. Okay, the last challenging one, and for everyone is the same, was water. Water consciousness was the most powerful and transformational element for me and for a lot of people, because we are mainly water, guys. We are water beings. Some of the parts of our body and organs are like more than 90% water. So the leaders of the movement that I joined, Wake Water Movement, if you want, you can check Wake Water Movement, are eating one meal a day, and they drink just water, and they're super strong. And why do you think they're super strong even though they eat just one raw meal a day? It's just because we are water beings, guys, and muscles are mainly water. If you drink structured water, and is very, very good water, it's alkaline water, it's living water, you can build muscles by drinking water, and because muscles are water. So let's not go in depth into that. A lot of people, it can be triggering for a lot of people. I don't care. It's everyone lives the way they want. There is no right and wrong way of creating. I'm just sharing my wisdom. So water consciousness led me to be in Mexico. I'm here now in Mexico. Water activated me like crazy. I got the machine, which is ionizing the water, which is structuring the water, which is calientitos. Ah, so cute, guys. So old school. It makes me laugh always. I don't know if should I pause this video or what, because like, okay, like we understand. Damn, I think I'm going to pause and like wait. Oh no, you know, guys, what? Let's appreciate the nature now. Ah. I love you. I love you, plantas. I love you, plantas. I love you, plantas. Plantas. Okay. So let's carry on. What I was saying. So water. I started diving deep into water consciousness, and then I knew that like more and more I was doing water fast at the same time. A lot of water fast to cleanse all my emotional being, to connect to my emotions, because when you're doing water fast, you need to face your emotions, you need to face yourself, because you're not digesting anything, you're not suppressing any emotion, so you need to face all the emotions that you were suppressing when you're not eating. So you really connect to your sexual energies, which are the creator energies, because I always repeat that in this part of the body here, in this part of the body, in here, a lot of people, women and men, they have, this is the seed of the soul here, the seed of the soul here. And if you suppress emotions, or if you're not connected to your sexual energies, to your creator energies, there is some blockage in this part of the body. So also I made a video about Tantra, right? I made a video about Tantra, which I want to make more videos about Tantra because it's so powerful. This education needs to be just spread like to people. So basically, when you're doing water fast on a lot of different practices, Tantra, meditations, moving your hips, movement, that's also part of something that I do, like just moving your body, expressing your body. This activates your sexual energies, which are the creator energies. And if you want to consciously create your life, and connect all the dots. Battery is low. Connect all the dots. You need to connect to this intuition, to this creation within you, to what you want, right? To this inner power that you have to manifest anything you want. So, wow, I'm saying all those things, guys. All those things, guys, I'm saying. And it's crazy how many dots, and could connect more dots. But what happened to me when I started drinking alkaline water, living water, structured water? I went to another activation, and I already knew a year ago that I want to go to Mexico. It was like a strong pull, like I need to go to Mexico. All the dots connect, guys, always. All the dots connect. Trust the journey. I went to Mexico, and I was like, I knew, because I'm consciously creating, was like, I knew something powerful will happen here, and I knew that it's part of my journey. So I came here because of the water. The water was like a bridge. It was like, I knew I want to be here, but when I started drinking this water, it was like, that's it, go, now, like, go. I received like clarity. It was like month of activation of clarity, because when you start drinking this water from this machine, if you can check my Instagram, I will share more about this machine there, and I already shared something about this machine in there, and I will be sharing the information about that, because it's really powerful. Like I want to connect some of my visions with the wake water movement, because I want the wake water movement to be part of the rituals that I want to create, because I want everyone to be high on water. I don't want people to be high on alcohol, and that's also another thing, that you will never be high on alcohol. So there's also another thing that I saw as like electronic music. I would like to shift this limitation that everyone is just like drunk and like, you know, drinks and like is listening to electronic music. Guys, like if you create something, you need to make sure that people also receive it in the right way. So if you have a powerful like ritual, and like the electronic music is really powerful, like the people will get activated, but they need to also be ready to receive the sound. Okay, so like I see a lot of, like I watch the sets, like the electronic music, I watch the artists, the DJs, and like everyone is just like with alcohol, you know, and okay, I'm like, okay, cool, like it's okay, but it would be so amazing if everyone would be high on water, or higher on like, I don't know, microdosing of some plants. That would be like amazing. I would like to include microdosing in this vision, so in this ritual. So anyone that wants to join this ritual can microdose and like consciously choose to microdose something to liberate, to heal subconscious beliefs, to liberate themselves, right? Because the purpose of those rituals is for people to come back to their God within, to themselves. So I want to continue. I came here to Mexico, and I connected to also powerful creators. Of course, like I manifested people that are part of my tribe. Like they are my tribe people. Anywhere you go, you connect to your tribe people, to your tribe, because you attract what is in alignment with your intention. So yeah, I manifested a lot of beautiful things in here, and I'm like, dots connect. People that can be part of this vision, and we already co-creating, and we'll see. I might stay in here and keep co-creating, or I might go somewhere else. You never know. I'm always open to the infinite possibilities. However, for now, I connected to some very beautiful people, and we are co-creating things. And I already created, coming here, an event that is just the beginning of the abundance movement. Okay, it's just the beginning of the abundance movement that I'm creating, and it's so, guys, beautiful. I'm just sharing all those things with you so we can understand creation, conscious creation, manifestations, how all the dots connect together. How all the dots connect together especially when you look backwards, right? When you look backwards, all the dots connect. Like when you can look forward, and all the dots will also connect. But you never know why you're experiencing what you're experiencing. You never know why the universe, yourself, because we are the universe, puts you in the situation that you are currently. It's because, once again, if you have a vision, if you have an intention, and you are here and this vision is here, there is a gap between you and this intention. There is a series of events, there is a series of manifestations, of new embodiments, of shifts that you need to go through in order to be in that point, okay? So I don't want this video to be about like chasing something. Well, you can be chasing something. If it makes you happy, you can be chasing something. But I think for me it's like a connect. Like when I'm consciously manifesting, for me it's like always alignment, present moment, and that's what I share here on this channel. Present moment, conscious creation in this present moment, and moving forward, manifesting what you want, right? And just accepting those desires, accepting that you have those desires, and it's okay to have a desire, because not wanting to have a desire is also a desire, right? I'm saying all those things because here on this channel I'm exploring deep parts of the spirituality, and the thing is that you can create the life you want. You can just chill like the whole day and just, I don't know, pick one thing that you want to do and just do it, right? And just do it. But I have this vision and I'm like, I have it, like I cannot run away from it. I love it and it's happening whether I want it or not. And sometimes I was thinking like, maybe I just want to live like in nature and like don't care about this vision, and like I'm just like not manifested, but it's like stronger than me. This vision manifests whether I want it or not. It just happens. Everything connects together. Because why? Because it's my deep desire. It's my deep desire to manifest it. And when I tried not to have desire, it was like not serving me. It was like, because not having a desire is also a desire. And then you're like in a loop, and then you understand the universe, then you understand that creation is desire, that creation is constantly creating different forms. It loves to play, create, and just explore different forms. You understand different forms of creations. So we are here to create, and that is what is fulfilling us the most as humans. We're here to create, but how we are creating is the most important thing. Not what you're doing, but how you're doing it. Also what you're doing as well, but like, what is the intention of this creation? Okay, what is the intention of this creation? So this is my share, guys. It was really from the bottom of my heart, and I shared all my being in here, and I want you to take from this video whatever you want to take from this video. You just embrace your desires, okay? If you want, you can have a very, I don't know, like a small thing, one thing that you like doing. But if you want, you can have multiple things that you like doing, and it's also fine. Do not listen to anyone how you should create your life. Do not follow any rules. Create your own rules. Embrace your visions, because you came here with some vision, some intention, and it's yours. Embrace it. It's yours. So I really want you to feel free to create anything you want. So only you know what you want. You only know how you want to make it, by connecting to yourself. Okay? So guys, when I'm speaking all those things, it's also a affirmation for myself. Always affirmation for myself. Only I know about the vision. Only I know how to create it. Only I know what I want, right? Everything is a co-creation, and yeah, we're all co-creating together. But let's make those co-creations beautiful, and just like to have more harmony in our life. So fingers crossed for me, guys. Send some powerful intentions towards my vision. Whether it manifests or not, I don't care. Maybe tomorrow something will happen and this vision won't even matter anymore. So that's the point of living in the present moment, right? We need to live in the present moment. And the vision is manifesting anyways, it's happening anyways. But we're living in the present moment, enjoying the present moment. Because at the end of the day, it's everything we have, this present moment, right? This present moment. But yeah, in terms of manifestations, that was it. Connect all the dots. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy manifesting all those things. Because if you don't enjoy manifesting all those things, what's the point? What's the point? Because you will have more and more and more, but there will be always something more and more, guys. So thank you for the share. It was very personal, but I really wanted to share that because yeah, it's all just our soul's journey. We're here to explore human life. We're here to share love, to share beauty, to create. So let's do it. Let's do it. And anything that makes you happy and excited, there you go. Carry on, carry on, carry on. So what are you going to do now? Thank you for being here, and yeah, I want you to remember that you're amazing. That you're amazing, you're beautiful, that you deserve all the good things. All the good things. Thank you so much.